Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. There's a very interesting information emerging. Robert Alai, sources within the security structures have revealed to me that the security detail of former President Uhuru Kenyatta has been withdrawn. The security detail was withdrawn yesterday. No reason was given for the withdrawal. That's Robert Alai exactly 4 hours ago as I speak. In this video, as usual, I want us to dig deep into that to see exactly what it means. Before doing that, if you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. Before digging deep into that, let me start by saying this. Former Nyeri Town Member of Parliament, Ngunjiri Wambugu, is currently supporting William Ruto's government. But yesterday, he shared out a very interesting tweet. Ngunjiri Wambugu, Kenya Kwanza won the support of the people and earned their sympathy because they were perceived to be victims of state harassment. No one cared the basis of it. The tables can turn against them as fast now that they are running the state. That's Ngunjiri Wambugu's post yesterday. As much as I don't agree with most of Ngunjiri Wambugu's posts in the recent days on this, I personally agree with him that tables can turn against William Ruto's government. By oppressing or being seen to be the aggressor, the government is losing touch with the ground. Let's dig deep. Yes. Uhuru Kenyatta security is not dependent on the goodwill of the government. That's something enshrined firmly in the Constitution. It's not dependent on William Ruto. So that story by Robert Alai, in my honest opinion, might be a fake story or just a propaganda, because William Ruto has no such power or powers to deny Uhuru Kenyatta security. It's well enshrined in the Constitution. And in the event that's what William Ruto's government is planning on doing, then it will be challenged in the courts, and the courts will rule against the government. That's something coming out very, very clearly. So, let's assume that William Ruto's government has withdrawn or is intending on withdrawing Uhuru Kenyatta security. What does that mean? What does that mean? The first thing coming out clearly, William Ruto's government is on a revenge mission. Ruto and his team, they are very bitter with Uhuru Kenyatta for Uhuru not having supported him in the 2022 presidential election. And is still bitter because Uhuru is still firmly in Azimio and supporting Azimio agenda. So in a nutshell, William Ruto is trying to threaten and to intimidate Uhuru Kenyatta to abandon Azimio. That's exactly what is coming out clearly. Because some few days, they were talking about taxes. Today is the issue of security. And we have even had William Ruto himself, and even through his allies, saying that some people have been funding Azimio county-wide rallies. And Ruto's supporters, leaders supporting William Ruto, made it very clear that that person funding Azimio is Uhuru Kenyatta. So it's clear William Ruto is out on a revenge mission. Whether he will succeed or not, it's only time that will tell. But from the look of things, Ruto is moving at a terrific speed. Yes, a terrific speed in his revenge mission. Whether he will succeed or not, only time will tell. Secondly, it confirms beyond any reasonable doubt that William Ruto knows he never won 2022 presidential election. Because if he won that election, I'm seeing a man who could not be having any issue with anybody. In fact, he could even be more friendly to those who campaigned against him if he knows he won that election. But the mere fact that he's coming out very bitter and very angry just confirms he never won 2022 presidential election. So he knows the ground is very shaky, and in the event those who campaigned against him actually goes back to the ground, then they can tilt the scales against him. That's why it's coming out as bitter and angry with any leader or any person supporting the Azimio political activities. So he knows he never won the support of the people. He never won 2022 elections. Another thing coming out clearly, you are now seeing for yourselves a very hypocritical William Ruto and his government. Just some few days ago, William Ruto was bragging and even urging, requesting for a very strong opposition. Right now, you are seeing the opposition is becoming strong and even stronger. You are now seeing a very scared, a very vengeful government. That confirms Ruto and his team were not honest and are not honest by calling for a strong opposition. So this aspect of saying that they want a strong opposition, or they want to create an office of the opposition leader to make the opposition strong, all these are political gimmicks by William Ruto. Ruto does not want a strong opposition. So it comes out clearly, all Kenyans should now know that William Ruto is just lying and playing on their psychology. Ruto is not interested in a strong opposition. He wants a very weak, timid opposition. And from that again, I'm seeing William Ruto is actually shooting himself on the foot. And I'm saying that because just as Ngujiru Wambuga said, that William Ruto was able to get the sympathy of Kenyans. And Kenyans in this case, I mean those from the mountain, because across the country was rejected. Wambugu is saying that Ruto got the sympathy from the ground because the ground saw that he was the victim. So the government was the aggressor, Ruto was the victim. So he was seen as the underdog, which in one way or the other, I agree with. Being seen as an underdog sometimes can give somebody the sympathy. And it's very true, Ruto used that in 2022 to get some sympathy among some Kenyans. And in this case, it's possible that tables can turn against him. You are seeing now Uhuru Kenyatta is now being pushed to the wall. That's most likely going to give Uhuru Kenyatta the sympathy from the people. And the people, I mean in this case, the people can even be the same Mount Kenya residents who might have rejected Uhuru Kenyatta. Those same people can now identify with him because it's clear the mountain having voted maybe for William Ruto, they are seeing William Ruto now frustrating their son, somebody who helped them in 2007. Bells will start ringing in the minds of the mountain, and they can decide to identify with Uhuru Kenyatta. And should that happen, William Ruto should start packing his bags from State House. Tables here can clearly turn against him. And also what is coming out clearly, I always know and I believe that William Ruto is not very smart politically. He is a person who acts very fast out of emotions. And that's why should anything happen, you always find William Ruto commenting on those issues very, very fast, even before taking his time to understand the things better. And in this case, I know this is a first move. And this is a move that is clearly going to backfire against William Samoei Ruto. In fact, this is just going to make Azimio stronger and even Uhuru Kenyatta stronger in his resolve to support Azimio's political activities. I personally believe that this is something that cannot intimidate Uhuru Kenyatta. In fact, this can make Uhuru Kenyatta even stronger and support Azimio's political activities. As I conclude, it's very clear now, William Ruto's government and even himself, they are very clueless on governance. This is not how to rule. In fact, a good leader, you should be embracing everybody. But at this rate, this is a government coming out as very clueless. Instead of the president acting as a symbol of national unity, we are seeing a president acting as a symbol of division. Yes. But I know that's not possible. Uhuru's security is not dependent on William Samoei Ruto. And I'm not just seeing any situation or any possibility Ruto can do that. Because even him, he will retire. So that's not possible, ladies and gentlemen. Let me stop it there. If you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. If you want to support our forum, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number. Let's meet in our next analysis.